Hello and welcome. Today I'll be doing a reading for Scorpio for October 2023. Welcome to the table, Scorpio. I have shuffled these cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. This is the Dancing in the Dark Tarot, and as you can see, they're a little bit dark. Don't be alarmed about that. It's the highlight of the colours and where the light falls on the card that lifts the energy off the darkness. So don't be frightened of the dark cards. There's nothing to fear here. So I'll be doing a 10 card spread. I'll be talking about those cards as they come out. I'll be overlaying them with a second deck of cards, and once again I'll talk about those cards. I have an oracle deck on the table, and at the end of the reading I'll draw an oracle card for you. If you don't want to stay for that and only want to watch the tarot, that's fine. The flowers are from my garden, and the crystals have been in their salt bath. I do hope you enjoy them. They bring me a great deal of joy and pleasure. All right, let's cut these cards, and now the cards will be in the upright position as well as in the reverse position. I'll read them as I see them. The Four of Wands in reverse, Nine of Cups in the upright position, Page of Cups in the reverse position, Ace of Swords in the reverse position. Who's this? Let me have a look who this is. This looks like the King of Cups in the reverse position. So that's rather interesting. They're a little bit difficult to read sometimes in reverse. Okay, this looks like the Queen of Wands in the upright position. Three of Cups in the upright position. Strength in the reverse position. The World in the upright position. The Nine of Swords in reverse, and I'll show you the bottom of the deck. What have we got there? Okay, got the King of Swords in reverse. Okay. Right, well, we'll talk about number Four of Wands. As you can see, Four of Wands is often a celebration of marriage or just a celebration. This can be focused on a home, a new home. This can be just about you having a sense of achievement in what you are doing with stability, making your life stable, secure, looking to building a home and looking to building a secure future. And this can also be a portal, so you may be feeling, and it's rather interesting because you've got the World here. I'll just hold up the World card so you can see it's got a little bit of a similar energy there. You've got the wreath. Now the wreath there is bound around a couple, whereas here the wreath is just a singular around one sort of singularly bound around one person. But again, there's that sense of victory. So holding your focus on your home and perhaps your marriage. And for those of you who are getting married, well, congratulations. The card is in the reverse aspect. I don't feel any alarm with the Four of Wands in the reverse aspect. Perhaps that's just telling me that you aren't able to give as much attention to your home as you require, or your stability, or that something is diverting your attention away from this. You just for the moment just need to put your energy in driving that forward. You need to put that aside. So that this focus here about home and marriage and family, perhaps you just need to put that energy aside for a little moment. We've got the Nine of Cups here. So this is having everything you could wish for and expressing that gratitude and thanks for what you have received. So as you can see there, this person is entirely happy with what they have. They're in a quiet, relaxed state, enjoying what they've got. So it is always necessary for you to express your gratitude for what you have received. But this is telling me that you have pretty much everything that you wish for. But sometimes it's good sometimes to look at with gratitude at what you do have, because sometimes the things that we wish for, and I know this, I always think if you're going to dream, you may as well dream big, but we don't always get the big things, but sometimes we get a lot of the little things that we've asked for and that make us happy. So for me, this is a card of gratitude, being satisfied with what you've got. Here we've got, this is the Page of Cups, but because it's in the reverse position, I'm feeling that there's a sense of disappointment around you with love. This can be sentimental, so The Page of Cups can be a little bit what I call wishy-washy in their emotions, in the sense of perhaps being a little bit dream focused on what love represents rather than what the reality of what love represents. This can be almost a romantic view of love, a sort of a storybook portrayal of love, where, you know, the knight in shining armour comes to rescue the damsel and they fall in love happily and peacefully forever. So there's this sense of either disappointment, a very traditional sense of love perhaps that you're expecting. That's the other thing I'm getting. He's wearing a blue ring. So I'll show you the blue ring. So the blue ring is usually about stability and commitment and love and devotion. So there's that sense of there's something feels a little bit lacking here perhaps in your sense of commitment and devotion to love, and perhaps that's because if you have a sort of a big expectation about the way love will be presented to you, it is sometimes difficult to negotiate your way through that. So I think this call is maybe asking you to be a little bit flexible in the way you interpret the way love moves in towards you. That's what I'm getting from that card. Okay, don't let your expectations exceed what you're able to receive. Sometimes our expectations are a little bit too high, and then we sense disappointment rather than just being grateful for the love and attention that we get. Here we've got this Ace of Swords. So this is making a breakthrough, but in this case, because it's in the reverse position, I think you are making a statement. You are being determined and saying, I'm not budging past this point. This is almost like, and I'm feeling a little bit of anger here, a little bit of frustration, and it's almost like you're stabbing your sword into the ground and saying, this is what I demand, this is what I expect, I'm not budging. You're cutting away the things that are extraneous to your requirements. Your words can be, and I feel like your words are being driven downwards. Don't drive the words into your heart. Be careful when you're making any statements, any bold statements or declarations, that you are not damaging yourself. Don't make your statements self-limiting. That's sort of what I'm saying too, so that you don't create a boundary around yourself. I'll hold it in the upright. So don't create a boundary around yourself that nobody can penetrate because your statements are too emphatic or too bold. Okay. And I'll just say that because if my language is a little bit direct, that's just the way I am. So I'm reading the cards as I see them. Now, when I see them on the day, I'll get completely different meanings from each set of cards. This can also be legal, a legal settlement that may be, you know, a legal decision that hasn't gone in your favour. But, you know, I don't like to make that kind of a statement because we've got the King of Swords here. So actually, I will divert to this King of Swords at the moment because now that I've raised that. This could be somebody who is acting like a king in your life. You've got the Ace here, so this king could be making a statement that is damaging to you or a decision that is damaging to you. It's in the reverse. Was it in the reverse? No, it was in the upright position. So this king is wielding the power. So he's making a decision. He's cutting away what's extraneous or surplus to what he considers is necessary. So if there's a debate going on, it's going to be under his terms of reference. Okay, so there is a king, and this is a very strong masculine energy making a decision which will be entirely within his frame of reference. So we've got here, we have got the King of Cups. Okay, so again, this is another masculine energy. This is King of Cups can be manipulated. When it's in reverse, it can be manipulation and control. So I can only put that out there. This is somebody who uses their emotions to control the environment around them for their own benefit. in the reverse aspect. Now, it's still a king. So the king, when he's in the upright position, the King of Cups, he can be very loving and generous and kind. But in the reverse aspect, I would be guarded about anybody a King of Cups in the reverse aspect. So, you know, it sounds like you've got some energy around you, that you've got a King of Swords here who's hypercritical perhaps, hyper-analytical, hyper-decisive in his actions, and then you have somebody here potentially who is a manipulator. You've got the Queen of Wands. Maintain your dignity at all costs. This Queen of Wands can manifest and create what she wants. This is people looking at you and seeing your self-respect and your dignity, seeing that you have a great sense of self-worth, that you are able to hold yourself with confidence in any situation. You are a queen. You expect to be able to pursue your dreams and your hopes and your plans easily, and normally you can pursue those things easily. You have sunflowers here, so that tells me that you are able to bring fruit to your projects that you put your energy into. You also look good, so make sure that if you find yourself in a challenging situation, that you make sure you maintain your dignity and how you look. Put the energy into how you look. Make sure if you're doing your work that your work looks good and that you look good. This will give you confidence, okay? She is filled with confidence. So being confident to accept anything that is coming your way. I think then if you are sure that you have put your work in the right way and presented it as best you can and put your best foot forward, looking good, staying confident, staying positive, I think then you will be fine. Here's a cause for celebration. So under the Nine of Cups, so maybe you are getting what you wish for. There's a sense of celebration here. So maybe I shouldn't minimize this Nine of Cups, because you've got the Three of Cups here. Now this is celebrations with friends, time out, having some fun. So that's very, very important. So I think that's a wonderful energy here, to have some time out with friends, enjoy, celebrate, relax. Make sure that you just enjoy some of the good times in life, okay? Now we've got strength in reverse. So something may have worn you down. This looks a little bit like your energy is a little bit depleted. Perhaps you're losing your confidence a little bit. Don't let your confidence slip. This could be you're grappling with your subconscious and your conscious mind, trying to mesh that together. This is sort of being strong enough and bold enough, overcoming your fears, because she's not afraid. She's wrestling with that lion, totally unafraid, not being afraid of the future, not being afraid of the consequences as well. So that's, I guess, all I can say. Anything is possible, but don't allow your circumstances or your environment to put you in a state of fear where you no longer trust your own capabilities, or where you are fearful of the outcome. Here you've got a lovely cycle. A cycle is coming to an end. You've given it everything you've got. You're coming out victorious as well, because this is showing me that you've handled the challenges that have been thrown at you. This is also showing me that the mental challenges that have been thrown at you, you are coming out victorious. This purple garter around her, or the scarf draped around her, is talking about spirituality. So this is success on a spiritual level, having, coped with the things that have been thrown at you, having confidence and not lost your faith. So this is a beautiful energy. So this is a sense of victory. And that's despite this sword hanging over your head. So that can be quite difficult, because if you've got challenges that are hanging over your head, and then to be victorious, that is quite good. It can be extremely difficult if you have been subjected to challenges. Here we are letting go of our fears and our worries. The fact that it's in the reverse aspect, I'll show it to you in the upright position. Fears and worries that come in the night, nightmares. This is usually anxiety, stress. It's disappearing. It's under this manipulating energy. So somebody perhaps is trying to manipulate your fears, trying to put the wind up your sails to make you feel fearful. Don't allow that to happen, okay? I'm going to leave that layer now as it is because I think that's fine. I don't think, I might actually use these purple cards for you because I'm drawn to the purple colour here on this world cycle. So you're finishing that. So, and you could be travelling. You might be thinking about travelling as well. You might decide, okay, that's it. I've had enough. I'm going to travel. Doesn't matter what's happening around me. So that could be the case there because that's really under this definitive decision here. So perhaps you're deciding to travel. Give them another shuffle. These cards have been extremely well shuffled. And don't forget, when I hold the cards up, Scorpio, that you take a look at the cards as well. Don't assume that I'm the only one that knows how to read the cards. Everybody knows how to read the cards. Okay, we've got the Hanged Man on top of this marriage, the Four of Wands, the marriage card. So there's definitely this sacrifice here to do with your home and your security and perhaps even getting married. There's this pause, this definite connection of waiting. So I'll just talk about that in a minute because, actually no I won't, I'll talk about it now. With the wands in the reverse position like this, often this Hanged Man is portrayed across a sort of a scaffold with pillars down the side and a what do you call it, a beam across the top from which he's hanging. So, I did mention that I thought that this Four of Wands was a little bit of a pause, or not putting your energy into your home and your security and your well-being. And so here this is shown that you're actually making some sort of a sacrifice about that. And I feel that this is a blood sacrifice. I'm going to use the word blood sacrifice because of the red roses. So I feel that there's something here, and that may be a relative. You're doing something for a relative, or doing something for, say, a husband, a partner, somebody who's sick, perhaps your children. You're making some sort of a sacrifice. So I'm leaving that there. I'm not going to talk any more about those cards. Now we've got the Eight of Cups on top of the Nine of Cups. So a little bit of wanting to walk away. Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, both watery energies here. So I've noticed that straight away. Three of Cups there, so celebration again, something to celebrate. Four of Pentacles in the upright position. Ten of Swords in reverse. Six of Wands in the upright position. Definitely a victory coming in for you. That's wonderful. You're going to be acknowledged. Knight of Wands in reverse. The Hermit in the upright position. That's rather interesting. So, okay, and we've got the Nine of Swords on the Nine of Swords. Beautiful. Definite confirmation. Okay, what have we got there? Three of Swords in reverse. Okay. All right. I feel like jumping all over the place, but that may not be very comfortable for you. All right, so we've talked about these ones. So the Eight of Cups, this is feeling lonely. Feeling that your emotional connections are not very strong, maybe feeling a little bit unloved, unsure about your emotional connections. This person here in the Nine of Cups is feeling very much like they've got everything they could wish for. Also holding a glass of wine. So that is a state of being relaxed. Now, this Eight of Cups is dark, it's under the moonlight, so these are the thoughts that perhaps making you think about things in the night. Maybe your emotional connections in the night are giving you areas of concern, and you may be feeling a little bit isolated and unloved and wanting to walk away. You can see she's walking through a very dark passage here all by herself, with the cups hanging above her and perhaps they're out of sight. So this is sense of walking by yourself. So maybe you're undertaking something where you're feeling a little bit isolated and lonely. Now we've got the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is waiting for better times. So this is a watery card, and this is also showing a lot of water. So emotionally waiting for better times to come your way. Perhaps they're not coming quite fast enough. Maybe it feels like a bit of a battle, and it feels like you've had more than your fair share of trouble, but the boat going into better times is not moving fast enough for your liking at all. So I do feel that there's a sense of you would very much like for things to get better a little bit more quickly than they're going. Better times are definitely guaranteed when that card is on the table, but I'm feeling for you that you really would like to go much faster. You would like a little bit more wind in your face. Here we've got the Three of Cups, so celebration, something about this decision, your statement, whatever it is here. So as I said, I've talked about that at length. Something gives you cause to celebrate. So if you have some time with friends, and this could be your work colleagues, this could be just your family, this could be your acquaintances and friends, this is something to celebrate, okay? This can be somebody telling you that they care about you, your family coming around to visit, your friends getting together and going for a night out, having a little bit of fun and acknowledging the good things that you have and the fun times that you can have. And, if you've got this energy hanging over here where you've been making sacrifices, walking in the dark, it's highly important that you get yourself out and remain connected with some people that can lift your spirits a little bit. Now, we've got this Four of Pentacles on top of this manipulator. So, Four of Pentacles is hanging on tightly. This is about your security and your financial security. This could be your job. This could be your investments. This can be about the things that you... And it's got grapes in the background. So, these are the things that you've worked hard for. So, perhaps you have some concerns about your financial stability, your security. This could again be about your home, the things that you have put effort into. There is some concern here, and perhaps somebody is manipulating manipulating something to give you concern. It's rather interesting. I haven't noticed it before, but there's a boat in the background. So somebody could be manipulating you with a threat perhaps to give you an overseas posting, to relocate you, to destabilize you, because a boat on the water is slightly less stable than somebody who is standing here with confidence on the ground. So somebody is, I think, trying to destabilize you. And I think they're using emotional manipulation, or very subtle emotional manipulation. Oh yes, I just got that feeling of, I kind of got a wobble in the head. They're very much trying to get you into your head to destabilize you. And I've never had that before. I might add to that little wobble in the head. I got that as soon as I looked at those two cards together. Here we've got this Ten of Swords. So there's this fears, anxiety, stresses, worries, people cutting and chopping at you, your demons coming out to get you. There are all sorts of hurts and pains and prickles and agitation, people sort of doing what they can to make you feel uncomfortable and a little bit broken. So, but as you can see here, someone has come out to say enough already. Don't subject this person to any more. She can't cope. She's already fallen down. He or she has already fallen down. And this angel or this queen has come out and said enough. Okay, enough already, you furies. Get back in your box. Leave her alone. She's had enough. Okay, and the reason I'm saying that is because the energy here is a she, it's a queen. So he, she, they, them. The cards are gender neutral. But you've had enough. You don't need any more of the Ten of Swords. So that's coming to an end. So you don't need to worry about that anymore. I'll just leave that in that position. It doesn't really matter, because you need to claim that confidence that that will stop soon. You've got the Six of Wands. So this is telling me here that there's some sort of... Six of Wands is definitely about a victory, some recognition for... either the work that you're doing, or these are sort of accolades, rewards. This can be a time when people say, congratulations, well done. So expect somewhere along the line that you're going to receive some congratulations, well done. And then it's a time to celebrate, okay? Because People are holding the torch for you. So this can be your peer group, your work colleagues, could be your family, but somebody is recognizing the hard work and the efforts that you've put in. So enjoy that and celebrate that, because it's very, very important to allow yourself to celebrate if you do get some recognition. Now we've got the Knight of Wands here on top of Strength. Normally this person comes rushing in with passion and enthusiasm. It's in the reverse aspect, and because Strength is in reverse, perhaps you are putting such a lot of energy into something that it's depleting you. This is what I'm getting here. Trying to gather your strength so you can charge ahead, and it's very funny energy I'm getting here. But this can be both, one of two things. Either you have charged ahead so fast that you are depleted, or you're gathering your strength so that you can charge ahead. Only you will know which way that is, because I can't quite tell which way the energy is here in this regard. But I feel that this is very much a scorpionic energy, that you're going to be able to charge forward. I actually feel like perhaps you're trying to gather your strength to charge forward. I'm not sure which it is. I'll leave it at that, because I'll only confuse you. Now, once you've got this World card, you've also got the Hermit. So perhaps you're taking a little bit of a pause as you come out of this cycle, just reflecting for a moment to see what it is you want for yourself. Trying to find your inner light, cutting away the things you don't want, making sure that it's about you so that you have some confidence to see the path ahead of you and to feel exactly what's right. Because you may be feeling a little bit battered and bruised if you've had lots of challenges, and perhaps you just need to give yourself a little bit of soothing space to withdraw and to think about what's really important to you so that you can come out of this cycle and shine your light with confidence. Now, we've got the Nine of Swords on top of the Nine of Swords. I'll show you them both. Again, this is a little bit like, fears, worries, anxieties. As you can see here, you've got the 9 and the 10. You've got the 10 at the beginning. You can see these little demons in the background trying to intimidate and frighten you and put the wind up your sails. You've got the 9 of Swords. Be careful that in the night time that you don't allow your worries to overcome you. This is sort of, and like I said, this could be this manipulation, perhaps is putting the wind up your sails, giving you nerves, giving you anxiety, giving you worries. But there is some victory here, and there's room to celebrate, and you've definitely coming to the end of a cycle of some sort. Whatever sacrifice you're making, I think you do also need to spend some time having a little bit of fun. So remember that here. You've got the Four of Swords. Now the Four of Swords is showing exhaustion. This is in reverse. This is normally about recovery. This is feeling, as you can see, it's a very graphic portrayal. So feeling like people have stabbed you in the back, let you down, hurt you, betrayed you, all of those things. There's a sense of exhaustion about this card, and you may require a little bit of time. And this King of Swords perhaps is portrayed here, stabbing you in the back. So be careful. Watch out for any backstabbing that's going on. Give yourself the time to regroup, find your energy. Don't focus too much on your emotions if they're getting the better of you. Perhaps you just need to remain logical and calm and strong, and whatever you do, don't lose your confidence. Use this card. This portrayal on this card is beautiful and confident. Remain in that sense of confidence, and that will be half the battle won. I'm going to leave the reading as that. Now, I will do the Oracle card. For those of you who'd like to stay and watch the Oracle, that's okay. And for those of you who are happy with just the Tarot, thank you for watching. All right, we've given them a shuffle. I'll do one more little shuffle. Just watching the birds outside my window. Here we go. I'll split the deck. I'm not going to take that split. That's where it wants to fall. We're not going to go with what wants to come out. Okay, love. So love is here. And these are about your connections. This string, this little bit of fairy lights, these are your connections. Remember that everybody has some connections, even if this reading is showing perhaps that you are a little bit concerned that you're walking this journey on your own. There are people who care about you, and this is what it is showing here. It's under the moon. So again, this is under the moon. So where you perhaps have doubts about the people who care for you and love you, those connections might seem tenuous at times, but that string, that rope of electricity and love that holds us together, that is not so easy to break, you know. So sometimes as soon as you touch base with those people again, your heart fills with love and joy. So don't be fearful about a lack of love in your life. It's there. Just need to, under the night sky, sometimes we begin to doubt how strong our connections are. But I'll leave it at that. This is a card of love. So hang on to that, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.